I want you to imagine for a second that you're 300 pounds and that you're very overweight, you're unhealthy, you don't love the way you feel, you're unmotivated, and you don't know how to get yourself out of this situation. Now, I want you to think about what you would do to get yourself out of that situation. Well, a logical person would say, I can go online and I can look at how to lose weight. I can go to ChatGPT these days and use AI or Grok or whatever other AI tool to say, what do I need to do to lose weight? I'm 300 pounds, help me. Those are all things that you can do. And those are all things that are very disposable to everyone. But what if I told you that there was one thing, just one thing, that is so important and so critical that if you do not focus on this one thing and you don't get this one thing right, then none of that other stuff matters. What if I told you that that one thing was simply believing that you can get yourself out of that situation? Now, I may have people that are clicking off of this channel right now, and that's okay, because you're not my audience if you're not going to listen to this portion of this. But I need you to understand that I was that 300-pound person, and it wasn't knowing what to do that stopped me, because I was able to go and get the information. It wasn't the type of exercise that I needed to do or the types of foods that I needed to eat, because all of that stuff I can go to books and I can learn, which is what I did, right? But aside from all of that, what's the difference between someone who does all of that stuff and actually gets motivated enough to go and do the research and learn what it is that you need to do from an exercise perspective, from a food perspective? What's the difference between the person that takes action and the person that doesn't and stays in that place and is, unmotivated and can't pull themselves out of that hole to start to take action and to start to move in the right direction and to start to lose 1 pound, then 3 pounds, then 5 pounds. And then next thing you know it, you've lost 125 pounds like I did. The only difference between the people that stay there and the people that pull themselves out of that hole is having belief in yourself. That's the only difference. In this video, I want to show you the importance of believing in yourself. And so if you're thinking right now, oh, well, I believe in myself, I want specific tactical stuff, I want to know what it is, you can go online and you can use ChatGPT, or you can look at a bunch of other videos that I've made on what you should eat, what kind of exercise you should do, and all the other stuff. But until you get this part right, none of that other stuff is going to stick, and none of that other stuff is going to matter. And so I'm making this video because this is probably one of the most important videos that I've made. Why is believing in yourself so important? I'm going to give you 3 specific reasons why. And hopefully at the end of this, you'll be able to sit down, look at yourself in the mirror, and if you are in a situation that you need to pull yourself out of, whether it's 20 or 30 pounds overweight, or whether it's 200 or 300 pounds overweight, whatever situation you're in, I hope that you can look at yourself in the mirror and see a different side of yourself and believe that you, inside of yourself, have the person that can pull yourself out of whatever it is that you're in right now. That you can get to that other side, that you can start to make progress. Because the minute you believe, oh man, that's like an avalanche of action, of confidence, of success, and of everything that you want that's on the other side. Everything that you want that's on the other side is through belief, when you believe in yourself. The first reason why belief is so important is because you're not going to do anything until you believe that you can actually achieve something. If I told you that you cannot climb that mountain no matter how hard you try, why would you even try? If that was a fact, and I told you, look, it is a fact of the universe that if you try to climb that mountain, you're not going to be able to do it. Why would you even try? Whatever you believe in, whether it's the universe, God, whatever it is, you have been told that it is not possible to climb that mountain. So then why would you even try, right? Your belief has been taken away from you, so there's no reason for you to go and try to climb that mountain. But let's flip that. What if I told you that whatever situation you're in, you can go climb that mountain if you really want to. If you do the research, if you get the help you need, if you look at what you need to do in terms of gear that you need to climb that mountain, how much time do you need to climb the mountain, how much preparation, how much training do you need to climb that mountain? If I told you that you can go and find all of that information somewhere, If I told you that other people just like you have done this and have climbed that mountain, then all of a sudden you start to develop belief in yourself that you can actually do it. And then what happens after you believe that you can do it? Then you say, okay, let me start here. Let me take some action on this little first step, right? And so it's so important that you believe in yourself, that you believe that you can lose weight, that you believe that you can be healthy. Because if you don't believe, then you've already killed your chance at any success. Right off the bat, before you even started, you already killed any chance of success. And so why not give yourself a fighting chance? Let me ask you this. If you are overweight and you're watching this video and you're thinking, I don't know where to start, let me ask you this. Are you capable of losing 1 pound? For most of you, the answer is yes. Unless you have a specific medical condition, I'm willing to bet that for most of you, the answer is yes. You can lose 1 pound. Can you lose 5 pounds? The answer is also yes. The only difference between losing 1 pound and losing 5 pounds is consistency. It's whether you keep doing the same thing or not. And so the only difference between losing 5 pounds and losing 20 pounds is a little more consistency. And so if you can continue to do the same thing for a little bit longer, if you can stay in that calorie deficit for a little bit longer, then all of a sudden you might lose 5, but you might lose 10, but you might lose 20 pounds. The magic behind me losing 125 pounds or 127 pounds in 6 months is 2 things. Number 1, I had belief in myself that I was going to do it. No one was standing in my way. Nothing was standing in my way. Why? Because number 1, I had the belief inside of me. I had it up here. Number 2, I knew that other people had done it. So what's the difference between them and me? I didn't have a medical condition that was prohibiting me from losing weight. So if I didn't have a medical condition that was stopping me, and there wasn't a knowledge gap because I didn't know what to do, but I can go and find the information. So that one's checked off. What's left? There's nothing left. The most important thing in life is knowing where you want to go. Because once you know where you want to go, all you got to do is go and figure out how to get there. Whether it's you're driving to a destination and you put it into your Google Maps, or whether it's you're trying to do something for your business and you hire a coach to help you that's already done it before, or whether you're trying to lose weight or build muscle and you hire a coach that's already done it before to get help, or you go and you look for the information yourself. But if you don't have the belief, that's the foundation of the house. You're not going to build a house no matter how great your materials are, no matter how great your workout is, no matter how great your nutrition is. Everything can be perfect. If you do not believe that you can lose weight, if you do not believe in yourself, all of that is a house of cards. It's all going to fall apart. You're not going to be consistent with it. You might lose 1 or 3 pounds, but you're not going to get to 5, you're not going to get to 10, you're not going to get to 50, or whatever your goal is. If you look at studies, there was a study in 2019 that showed that just by having doubt in yourself, you spike a hormone called cortisol. It's basically a stress hormone. And when you doubt yourself in a situation, you're all of a sudden increasing the amount of hormone, that cortisol hormone, that stress hormone that's released in your body. Well, before you even start, you're already giving yourself an uphill battle by literally not believing, and then physiologically in your body, physiology means what's happening in your actual biology in your body, you're also giving yourself another kind of thing that you have to overcome from a hormonal perspective by just not believing in yourself. Another thing, have you ever heard of the placebo effect? I'm sure you've heard of the placebo effect and plenty of studies. This is such a common phenomenon, right? Where there was a study in Harvard in 2014 that showed that people who believe a treatment works most of the time see better results. They give one group a pill, which is actual medicine, and they say, this is gonna help you, this is medicine, and then they give another group, without them knowing, another pill that says, it's a sugar pill, but it says, this is medicine, this is gonna help you get better. The only difference is that one is medicine and one is not medicine. Both groups believe they're gonna get better. And a lot of times, the group that has that sugar pill that's not even medicine ends up getting just as better as the one that's taking the medicine. Because that's what the placebo effect is. It's a phenomenon that happens all the time. We know it exists. It's been quantified and it's been researched, and it's such a powerful phenomenon that when they do research studies, they have to try to protect against the placebo effect. They have to try to make it so that people don't think they're gonna get better sometimes. in order to make the studies valid. Specifically for weight loss, when you believe in yourself, it primes your body for weight loss by giving you the ability to kind of just take action, right? When you're convinced that you're gonna fail, how in the world are you gonna succeed? How is it gonna happen? It's just not gonna happen. So when you believe in yourself, you take action. And then when you take action, then the only difference between taking action and getting to your goal is consistent action. It's doing that consistently, doing the same things that you know you need to do every single day, day in and day out, until you get to your goal. Number two, second reason why believing yourself is so important. I'm in my 40s now, I'm 42. I'll be 43 this year. I'm in the best shape of my life in my 40s. I could have easily been one of these people that says, my metabolism's getting slower, I'm in my 40s, I've failed a lot in the past, and this just isn't something that I can do. It's just not in the cards for me. I've heard that so many times from different clients. I work with clients, entrepreneurs, executives, normal moms and dads, and normal people. And one of the biggest things that gets in their way is, I have an example of a mother who gave birth to one kid and then gained a little weight, and then she had her second baby and she gained a little more weight. We started working together and she immediately got back down to the weight that she was at after she had her first baby. So not her original weight, but the weight that she was at after she had her first baby. She was kind of happy with that. She's in her 40s, she's my age. And she told me, she said, I feel like I'm almost like okay where I'm at, because I don't think I can get down to my pre-baby weight. I'm in my 40s, I've had 2 kids, and I don't know that it's even possible, so I don't know that that's a realistic goal to get back into my pre-baby weight. Shot killed. Can't do it. If you don't believe in it, you're not gonna be able to do it. How many mothers can you go online and look, and there's a lot of fake shit online, so, take that with a grain of salt, but I've seen some mothers that are in incredible shape, that are in better shape after they've had 2, 3, 4, 5 kids than they were before they had kids. Why? Because they believe that they can get into the best shape of their lives, and because they actually just did consistent action day in and day out every single day. There was a study in 2020 in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition that proved that consistency beats out biology. It beats out anything else, a perfect workout, the perfect nutrition. All you have to do is be consistent. You can have a shitty workout plan. If you're consistent with it, you are going to get to your goals. You can have not the greatest nutrition, but if you're in a calorie deficit, you will get to your goals. You will lose weight. You can lose weight eating donuts all day. You can lose weight eating McDonald's all day. As long as you're in a calorie deficit, your body's, now you might feel like shit, you might feel like crap because that's not good quality food, right? So I always say the amount of food is gonna determine, the amount of calories is gonna determine whether you gain or lose weight or stay the same. The quality of the food is gonna determine how you feel while you're doing that. You're gonna be hungry all the time if you're eating garbage and ultra processed food. If you're eating whole foods and you're eating a lot of fiber and protein and so forth, and you're drinking enough water, then you're not gonna feel as hungry, and it's gonna be a more pleasant experience as you're losing weight. The last point here, when you believe in yourself, you build momentum for yourself. When you believe in yourself, you have some quick wins, you have some small wins, right? So every pound that you lose when you believe in yourself is a little check mark on the confidence box that says, I could do this. So all of a sudden you lose 5 pounds and you say, you know what, I lost 5 pounds, that's pretty good, I feel good about that. And then again, the only difference between losing 5 and losing 10 pounds is consistently doing the same thing. So you bridge that gap between 5 and 10 pounds by being consistent. And then once you lose 10 pounds, you look back and you say, you know what, I'm gonna check that box off, I lost 10 pounds. That's really cool. I was able to do it. I believed in myself. And now what happens? I believe in myself even more, because if I could lose 5 or 10 pounds, why wouldn't I be able to lose 15 or 20? The only difference, again, being more consistent, sticking with it a little longer till I get to that goal, and on and on and on and on. And so if you build consistency, you win. And if you believe in yourself, it'll help you build momentum and it'll help you build consistency. So why do I make this video? I make this video because I have one of my most popular video is the story about me losing over 125 pounds in 6 months. And I'll link it up here so that you can watch it if you want to go back and watch that. But in that video's been so popular, it has over 30,000 views at this point and keeps climbing. And one of the main things that I've noticed is when you have a lot of views, you get a lot of comments and you get a lot of people commenting on your video, and so many great comments of people saying, wow, I need to lose X amount of weight. I really needed to see this video. I'm so grateful for those people, for those of you that have commented and been like, you know what, this is inspirational. I love this. This is why I have this channel. This is why I want to sit here and talk to you guys about this stuff. Because I've done it and there's nothing different that's going to allow me to do it. That's not going to allow you to do it. Like if I can do it, you can do it. I was 300 pounds. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm over 40. Like there's no reason why you can't get there unless you have a specific medical reason, which obviously that's, you know, something that we would have to discuss with a doctor and so forth. But for most of you, for 99% of you out there, the only thing standing between you and where you want to be is a belief in yourself that you can do it. Why not give yourself the permission? Why not give yourself the ability and the permission to see yourself in that new state? If you need to lose 50 pounds, what would it be like to feel like that 50-pound lighter version of you? Why don't you put yourself in that position, and why don't you start to believe that you can do that? And once you believe you can do that, I can promise you that everything else is going to fall in place, whether it's looking up the information yourself, whether it's finding someone like myself that helps people bridge that gap, or someone else out there that you resonate with, that you feel good about, you know, find someone that's done it before and then go and get their help. You can either pay with money or you can pay with time, right? And I'm a coach, right? You can go down in my link's in the description. I work with entrepreneurs, executives, moms, dads, you know, people that just want to get there quicker with some help from someone who's already done it before. But it doesn't have to be me. It can be someone else that you trust. It can be someone else that you can rely on. It can be someone in your circle, or it can be someone you find online, or it can be someone you research, anybody. But find help, or go and get the resources and do it yourself. If you're not in a situation where you can put some money toward it, then go and find the information yourself. Plug it into ChatGPT. You know, Google it, do whatever it is you need to do. We have so much information at our fingertips right when we want it. Right now that there really is no excuse to not be able to find that information, right? Now, the implementing is the hard part. That's where most of my clients kind of know what to do, but they need help implementing it. And that's where I come in and I help them implement it in the most efficient and effective way possible, right? That's what a coach does. A coach doesn't do a lot of teaching in terms of you have to do this, 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 and this. Some of that happens, right? But a lot of times we're just opening doors of opportunity that you may not know are there because you just don't know, because you haven't been through that road before. And so we've been through that road. We can show you where the shortcuts are. We can show you which way to go in the right direction and make a left here and make a right here. We can show you that so that you don't have to waste time making those mistakes on your own. But I want to show you the power of not believing. When I started to get a lot of views on that video that I mentioned about me losing over 125 pounds, there's so many different comments that I got that are just incredible, and it shows, and it's the reason why I did this video and why I think it's necessary, is because it shows that people just do not believe in themselves. I got a comment that said TRT. If you don't know what that means testosterone replacement therapy. I have never done testosterone replacement therapy. I recommend that you do not do that if you're a male. Eventually, we're all probably gonna end up there, but try to push that off as much as you can, as far as you can out. I'm 42 right now. I haven't needed it. And I'm gonna try to push that out as long as I can, because eventually our testosterone is gonna go down and we're all gonna eventually end up on it, right? But it's just push it down, because once you start it, you can't really get off of it. So this person doesn't believe that it's possible, so they said TRT. Another person said, without even reading or without even listening to the video, I can tell you that it's peptides because of the leanness and muscularity, right? This person didn't even watch the video and they're saying that I took peptides, okay? Again, it's not the peptides. It's not TRT. It's not the peptides, you know? And I'm going to put a couple of other comments. Like, look at these comments of people that have come and said, that's impossible. It's not impossible, because I did it. And there are other people who have lost more weight than me. So it's not impossible. Unless you make it impossible, unless you tell yourself that it's impossible, then it is impossible. So get out of your own way. Believe in yourself. You have so much more inside of you that you don't even realize. You just might not be in the right mindset. You might not be in the right state of mind. You might not understand how it is that you can get there. I know what it's like to have to bend over and hold your breath while you tie your shoe because you have a big belly and you're overweight. I was almost 300 pounds. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to feel like the road is so long that you just you have nowhere to pull motivation from because the road is so far away. But what do? You put one step in front of the other. And you lose 1 pound, and then you lose 3 pounds, and then you get consistent with it, and then you lose 5 pounds. And then you pat yourself on the back and you say, good job, and you keep going. And then you believe in yourself more and more and more. You know, one of the reasons why I lost weight so quickly is because I got success very quickly, because when you're very overweight, you'll lose weight. If you're doing all the right things, you'll lose weight fast in the beginning, and then it'll kind of slow down. But one of the reasons why it only took me 6 months is because I got such great results in the beginning because I was so overweight that I think in the first month, I probably lost over 25 pounds in the first month. And I got so excited and I got so motivated, and the belief in myself and the confidence in myself shot up like a rocket to the point where it was like, there was no stopping me. And I hit a plateau at one point, and I had to shift my calories and I had to adjust what I was doing. But there was so much confidence built up to that point that no matter what kind of a plateau I was gonna hit, it wasn't gonna matter, because I was gonna get through it somehow, some way. I was gonna figure it out because I had that confidence and that belief inside of me. And so get your first pound, 5 pounds off, whatever it is, to give you some confidence and some belief. And then after that, you're just gonna build on it, and you're just gonna build on it, and just be consistent. Consistency doesn't mean being perfect. Consistency means maybe having, in a week of 7 days, maybe having 5 good days and maybe 2 days where they weren't that great. That's okay. 5 is better than none. 5 is better than 2 good days. Maybe next week you'll have 6 good days. Maybe the week after that you'll have 4 good days. But you're always making progress. You're never gonna be perfect. You know, so many people have this all or nothing mentality. It's not all or nothing. It's just make some progress every single day. Put one step in front of the other. When I started walking to lose weight, I couldn't run because I was too heavy, so I had to walk. Put one step in front of the other. If I am able to put one step in front of the other, then I'm gonna do that. And there's no reason why you can't do that either. So please, believe in yourself. Give yourself more credit. Stare at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself what it is that you've been holding yourself back from. If you like this video, please share it with someone who can benefit from it. I have a ton of links on some free stuff that I can give away. If you want to join my mailing list, I send a really cool newsletter out every Saturday morning. And just for signing up for that, you'll get my free nutrition ebook, which is a 28-page, really good nutrition kind of guide that'll kind of give you all of the basics that you need to know around nutrition. So if you're not really sure from a nutrition perspective what to do, I think that's a really great thing for you to do. Click the link in the bio, or you can just go to mindset.eddieroselle.com. And then again, I do limited coaching. If you're interested in learning more about coaching, the link is also on the website. It's also there, just eddieroselle.com, and you can get more information there. Every Friday, I release these videos. So until then, I'll see you. And remember, look at yourself in the mirror and give yourself a shot. Don't kill your shot before you even start. Give yourself a shot and believe in yourself. I'll see you next week.